Welcome to an overview of the Unitarian Universalist Commission Lay Leader Program. Traditionally, the path to membership usually started out with someone attending and participating in the life of the church. Eventually, they might find ways to serve and work their way into leadership. But after someone is a seasoned leader, what's next for them? How do they find more depth? Seemingly, the only next step to deepen is to become a minister. This would involve years of training at a theological school, and also often crushing debt. Once someone graduates from theological school and goes through the fellowshipping process, they would seek a call in a congregation. But unfortunately, there are more clergy available than full-time ministries. Other traditions recognize intermediary ministries such as deacons, pastors, elders, and tent-making ministries, where someone has a day job during the week and then is paid for part-time ministry on the weekends. Our own tradition historically also has had such positions, dating back to the Cambridge Platform in 1648. We also had pastors, teachers, elders, deacons, and widows. The idea of shared ministry has been a part of our tradition going all the way back to the Reformation and Martin Luther with his teaching of the priesthood of all believers. Our own tradition includes a radical empowerment of the laity, such as James Luther Adams' teaching of the prophethood of all believers. We have many examples of lay ministries in our tradition. The Universalists had licensed lay preachers. Canada has a tradition of lay preaching and leading. The Unitarian Universalist Church of Atlanta has a lay ministry program. And the Unitarian Universalist Church of Fairfax, Virginia has lay ministries instead of committees. The Commission Lay Leader Program in the Ohio Meadville District had a wider vision of shared ministry and was the brainchild of the Reverend Gordon McKeeman. McKeeman was the minister of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Akron, Ohio from 1961 until 1983. He also served as a UUA trustee, the vice moderator of the UUA, and served as president of Star King Theological School. After the consolidation of the Unitarians and the Universalists, McKeeman was concerned about some of the Universalist legacies that they might be lost. There is a tradition of strong lay leadership, ways of supporting emerging leadership, and also theological support for these lay leaders. About this same time, it was discovered that there was a historically Universalist church in Ohio that had lost its connection to the denomination and had strayed from a Universalist theology to one of hellfire and brimstone. At the same time, the board of the Ohio Meadville District was interested in how they might be able to support long-term and vital lay leaders. They wanted to make sure they had the skills and knowledge to be effective leaders. And once they sought this training, they wanted to have some sort of public recognition of service and acknowledgement of their achievements. In 1974, they established the Commission Lay Leader Program, and it's been going strong ever since. Let's fast forward to today. Today's Commission Lay Leader Program is congregation-centered. Proven leaders are asked to apply. They must have a letter of agreement with their current congregation outlining their roles and responsibilities. Again, as a lay ministry, this is an unpaid position, and it's only good for 3 years. The initial process includes an application, sponsorship of the home congregation, attesting to their proven leadership, references, an initial interview with the Commission Lay Leader Committee. They are then assigned a liaison to the Commission Lay Leader Committee, and they are found a mentor, which is usually a fellowshipped minister. The actual training is designed by the Commission Lay Leader candidate and their mentor. There's a required reading list that all candidates are required to complete. The candidate and mentor design a learning plan that includes additional academic reading, different kinds of experiences which the candidate and the mentor then reflect upon, a quarterly report to the Commission Lay Leader Liaison. This process takes a minimum of 2 years. These are some of the examples of the required elements of reading for the Commission Lay Leader program in different areas of competencies. Each Commission Lay Leader tends to have a specialty or two that they focus on: worship arts, pastoral care, adult religious education, member and leadership development, and the leading of rites of passage are typical tracks of study. Once a candidate is ready for a final interview with the Commission Lay Leader Committee, they provide additional references, an evaluation by their mentor, a covenant signed with their Board of Trustees. They must agree to and sign a Commission Lay Leader Code of Ethics. Once the candidate is approved, the Commission Lay Leader Committee recommends that candidate to the district board. The district board then votes to commission the Commission Lay Leader. Then the sponsoring congregation has a commissioning ceremony where they honor and celebrate the achievements of this lay leader. After a lay leader is commissioned, they still have to submit a quarterly report to their liaison. After 3 years of service, they are eligible to renew their commissioning. They have to reapply with a special application to the Commission Lay Leader Committee, and they have to submit a new covenant with their church board of trustees. This program was originally thought of for small congregations who are unable to afford professional ministry. Examples of this are the Unitarian Universalist of Greater Canton, who have Deb Chaney serving them, specializing in worship arts. For several years, Barbara Fuchsman has been serving the Oberlin UU Fellowship, providing general leadership and also worship support. But what do Commission Lay Leaders look like in larger congregations? This is where we need to talk a little bit about the elephant in the sanctuary. How does the Commission Lay Leader interact with a professional called minister in a congregation? There's some concern that this might cloud the boundaries, but in this case, the Commission Lay Leader and the settled minister have a covenant of agreement and understanding. Also, it's important to realize the differences between professional ministry and the Commission Lay Leader. The professional minister is a deep generalist who is ordained for life, and this ordination is transferable. On the other hand, the Commission Lay Leader is only commissioned for a 3-year period of time. It's not transferable to other congregations, and usually the Commission Lay Leader has a specialty. They're not a generalist. I've invited the Reverend Dr. Susan Ritchie to share her experiences with Commission Lay Leaders in her own congregation.
Hi, I'm Susan Ritchie, minister of the North Unitarian Universalist Congregation in Lewis Center, Ohio, and I'm really happy to talk to you today about the positive experience our congregation has had with the Commission Lay Leader program. It's probably been about 14 years now ago that the woman who was our first CLL came to visit with me in my office, and it was so clear speaking with her that she was someone who had a real calling. She had a real sensibility for ministry, and yet it was just not practical for her to think about more formal education at this particular point in her life. And so I was just so relieved that I was able to suggest to her the Commission Lay Leader program. This woman's gifts include a profound sense of pastoral care, and I just knew lay ministry would be a perfect path for her. And so after several years of mentoring and learning, we had our first Commission Lay Leader, and the congregation has been better for it. The individual herself received an education that she was extremely grateful for, and which frankly we just couldn't have provided for her on the level of the congregation. So our original Commission Lay Leader has so far served on the board. She's been president of our congregation. She's served on the membership committee. She's developed a pastoral care associate team, and she is my pastoral care backup for emergencies when I'm away. She also has developed a specialty in weddings and is currently performing almost all of the non-member weddings here at our church. But actually, what she does is probably not so important as how she does it. She's done a long list of roles, but what I really appreciate about the Commissioned Lay Leader program is she has brought to those roles, whatever those roles are, and even when she is functioning outside of role, she brings a really well-rounded sense of ministry. And it's just absolutely had such a profound effect on our congregation to have someone who's understood Unitarian Universalism so deeply doing a lot of this work. Our congregation is now fortunate enough to be served by 2 commissioned lay leaders, and again, the experience has just been fabulous, and not just for our congregation. I think the important thing about this program is how it also serves Unitarian Universalism. Our congregation is pretty small, and it's easy for congregations like ours to become a little isolated and a little unconnected from the larger movement. But having commissioned lay leaders has helped us remember that the true loyalties we have are to the ministry that we all share and the movement that we love. And so the CLL program, it serves individuals who participate in it, it serves the congregation, and it serves Unitarian Universalism as a whole. I can't think of a thing I don't like about it. Thank you for listening.
Other examples of commissioned lay leaders serving in larger congregations is the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Columbus, Ohio. Their commissioned lay leader, Dick Dawson, has also sought clinical pastoral education, giving him chaplaincy status. He provides pastoral care especially for the elderly in the congregation. At the Unitarian Universalist Church of Kent, Ohio, Christie Anderson has specialized in both worship arts and pastoral care. She is held up as an equal staff member in that congregation, listed on their website. So what are the next steps? The Ohio Meadville District is now part of the Central East Regional Group. As of the spring of 2011, members of the St. Lawrence District are interested in hearing more about this program. So look for more information in the fall. Thank you for your attention and interest.